When I finally touched down in Montana after 4 grueling months hustling through deals in Asia, all I could think about was kicking back on my 15 acres of wild, untouched paradise, nothing but rolling hills, aspen groves, and that crisp mountain air that hits you like a reset button. But as I bumped along that dusty back road in my old Ford, something felt off right away, like the landscape had shifted while I was gone. And then, bam, there it was, this massive lodge sprouting up like a bad dream, all timber frames and glass walls smack dab in the heart of my property. My heart sank, then boiled over. Someone had straight up hijacked my land. And oh man, they were about to learn what happens when you mess with a guy's slice of heaven. It started sinking in as I slammed on the brakes, staring at the chaos, cranes groaning, guys in hard hats yelling orders, and this chain-link fence thrown up like a fortress, complete with a sign screaming, "Private Development, Whispering Pines. Keep out." Whispering Pines. That was the fancy gated community a few miles down the valley, the one I'd dodged like the plague when I bought this plot 5 years back, wanting nothing to do with their nitpicky rules and fake smiles. I'd poured my savings into this land to build my own quiet cabin someday, far from city noise and HOA busybodies who think they own the world. But here they were, turning my dream into their playground. I hopped out, boots crunching gravel, blood pounding in my ears, and marched right up to the gate, hollering, "Hey, who's running this circus?" A worker jerked his thumb toward a sleek silver SUV, and out steps this woman, mid-50s, sharp suit, hair like a helmet, radiating that entitled vibe that makes you want to grind your teeth. "Can I help you?" she says, all clipped and annoyed, like I'm the intruder. "Yeah, you can," I shot back, voice steady but fire building inside. "I'm Jack Haron. This is my land, and I'd love to know why the hell you're building a damn resort on it." Her eyes narrowed, lips curling into this smug little smile. "Excuse me. This parcel's been acquired by Whispering Pines, county-approved deal. You're trespassing, mister, on my own dirt." I laughed, but it came out bitter, edged with rage. "Lady, I've got the deed, the maps, everything proving this is mine, and you've got 5 seconds to explain before I make this ugly." She crossed her arms, pearls catching the sun like tiny weapons. "We don't owe you explanations. We've planned this community center for ages, legally sound. Leave now, or I'll call the cops." "Do it," I growled, stepping closer, our stares locking like a standoff in some old western. "I'd love an audience while I wave my papers around." She didn't flinch, just hissed, "People like you, lone wolves thinking you can hog prime land, never win against progress." Progress. This was theft, pure and simple, fueled by her power trip as HOA president, Linda Voss, I'd later learn, a woman who'd clawed her way to the top by bullying neighbors and twisting rules to expand her little empire. Probably eyeing my empty acres as easy picking since I'd been gone so long, assuming I wouldn't fight back. That night, rage kept me up, replaying her smirk, the workers' indifferent shrugs. It wasn't just about the land anymore, it was personal, like she'd slapped me across the face with her arrogance, betting on my absence to steal what I'd worked for, all because her HOA cronies wanted a fancy lodge to boost property values and line their pockets. By dawn, I was at the county office in Billings, clutching my old folder of docs, heart racing as the clerk pulled up records. "Mr. Harlan," he says, handing over fresh prints, "this is yours, clear as day, no sales, no liens, and 0 permits for any build here. Whispering Pines. They're way outside their bounds. This ain't even in their zip." Relief hit like a wave, but then fury surged. Linda had lied outright, forging ahead with no right, maybe driven by jealousy over my independent streak or some grudge against outsiders like me who didn't bow to her HOA dues and decrees. I grabbed surveys, zoning maps, everything, then called an old surveyor buddy. Met him on site that afternoon with GPS gear humming. "Jack," he mutters, shaking his head at the readings, "this lodge. Dead center on your plot. Not a boundary slip, but a full-on invasion." "Deep into my land," I echoed, chuckling darkly. "Hell, They're squatting where my front porch should have been. Photos snapped, reports drafted. I felt the shift inside from shock to resolve. This wasn't ending quietly. Called the construction boss next, voice firm. I'm the owner. Your contract's bogus. He hems and haws. HOA showed us papers. Take it up with them. Oh, I would. Sheriff next. Deputy shows, whistles at my evidence. Civil mess, but yeah, lawsuit time. Then the creepy call that night, low voice growling, back off. That land's not yours anymore. Push it, and you'll pay. Click. Criminals, I thought, gripping the phone, Linda's desperation showing, her empire threatened by one guy who wouldn't roll over. Next day, I stormed back, docs in hand, the lodge looming even bigger, workers buzzing like nothing's wrong. Linda's there, suit pristine, but I see the crack in her armor as I wave the papers. See this? County says you're the squatter. Every nail here's illegal. She smirks, arms folded. Papers? We bought it fair months ago. Funny, I fire back, voice rising, because the recorder laughed at that. You're bluffing, and these guys know it now. Workers pause, murmuring. One dials his boss. Linda snaps, ignore him, a fraud blocking our community's future. I turn to them, loud and clear. Build more, and you're in my lawsuit too. Think she'll bail you out? Doubt spreads like wildfire. Then old Hank, the grizzled rancher next door, waves me over, gravelly voice low. Jack, that Voss woman's been bragging you'd skip town for good. Waved fake docs to start this. She's power hungry, hates folks like us who stay free. It clicked, her motive, crystal. Envy, control, turning my abandoned land into her trophy to flex on the HOA board, maybe hide some shady funds in the process. War declared. I dialed Sarah clean, my sharp-as-a-tack lawyer from past deals. Textbook theft, she says, no nonsense. Cease and desist today. Send me everything. Delivered that letter like a bomb, pictured Linda's face twisting as she read it. Court prelim hit like thunder, early, with Sarah, calm in her suit. Linda, late, lawyers flanking, whispering schemes. Judge cuts through. Ownership disputed. Her suit stammers, hands over docs. Sarah leans in. Bluff watch. Judge frowns. These are junk. No seals. Fakes. Construction stops now, or trespass charges. Linda erupts. Outrageous. We've sunk fortunes for the community. Judge snaps, your gamble, verify next time. Outside, she hisses at me, this isn't over. I'll countersue till you're broke. Bring it, I grin. Real docs only. Posted stop work signs, cameras up. Caught her goons tampering at 2 a.m. evidence, gold. She smears me online, flyers calling me a greedy blocker of family amenities, but I go public. Local paper blasts her fraud. HOA folks message, she's tyrannical. Will testify. Her crew bails. Isolation creeps in on her. Trial explodes. Evidence avalanche. Forgeries exposed. Foreman admits, she led. We trusted. Hank booms, told her Jack ain't gone. She laughed. Sarah grills Linda. Did you verify? Yes or no? Yes, she stutters, lies crumbling. Judge hammers, negligent, unlawful. Move, at your cost, $350,000 damages. Her face pales. Then cops cuff her, fraud, forgery. Sweet justice. Demolition day, I stand windswept, excavator roaring into frames. Crack. Crash. Her empire, dust. Foreman shakes head. Who builds blind? Arrogance, I say. Land cleared, peace restored. Sold for triple, bought deeper wilderness, no HOAs. But sometimes I wonder, was she pure villain, or just a product of those twisted systems where power corrupts good intentions? Makes you think about community versus greed, right? Hey, if this hit home, drop a like, subscribe for more real-life tales. But tell me in the comments, ever tangle with an HOA nightmare? Who's really at fault in these land grabs, individuals, or the rules letting them run wild? Share your stories. Let's debate justice in the wild west of property wars.